Yo, yo, yo. What up? What up? What up? My betting family. We back with another video here at No Limit Bets. And in today's video, I'm going to be bringing out my top 4 picks for tonight's NBA playoff games. Before we get started though, as always, I would like to say good morning to y'all, good afternoon, whatever time it may be that you're watching this video. Hope y'all having a good one, and hopefully we can make it a better day by winning some money. Also, if you guys are new to the channel, please like, comment, and subscribe. It's truly appreciated. We're currently on the road to 2,000 subscribers, so I definitely appreciate all the love and support that you guys have shown thus far. But without further ado, let's go ahead and hop into my top 4 picks. Just to do a quick recap of yesterday's slips that we did submit. We submitted one on our Twitter account and one on the posted video yesterday. This one right here, where we were able to go 4-2, was the picks that we posted on yesterday's video. As you guys can see, the two that weren't able to hit, Conwoo, we took his under 8.5 points, and he barely just makes it over, ending with 9. So that was pretty tough to see. And then also we took the over Torrey Craig's 8.5 points, and he only scores as many points as me and you, who obviously weren't playing in the game, as he only shoots one time in the entire game, but only plays 17 minutes. So it is what it is. The 4 that we're able to hit though, we had Derek White over 24 PRAs. He's able to get over. We had Anthony Edwards, Taco Tuesday discount at 23.5. His regular line was 28.5. He goes well above this discounted line. The 28.5 points, he barely just makes it over, but either way, he was able to green. And then we also had Jokic over 8.5 assists. This was pretty much a no sweat bet, as he had 6 assists at halftime, ends up with 12. And then we had the under on Westbrook's 8.5 assists. He's able to green for us, ending at 8. So a 4-2 slip. At least we were able to win some of our money back. But heading on to our second slip, it wasn't as good. So yesterday was pretty much a wash. As you guys could see with the Twitter picks that we posted, we were only able to go 2-4, as the Anthony Edwards, as I just mentioned, Taco Tuesday discount was able to hit, whether it was the discounted point prop or his regular line. Then we had Jokic again, but this go around we had over his rebounds and assists. He's able to go over, and then with 29. Now, the one that weren't able to hit, Trae Young, has a monster game, especially in that fourth quarter. Gets his line pretty much just alone in points. Didn't think that he would have that big of a game. I thought, being the only scorer, the Celtics would, trap him, get the ball out of his hand, make somebody else beat him. But big props to Trae. He was able to get it done for them, had a big game. Then we had Malcolm Brogdon over 21.5 PRAs. He comes close but falls short, only ended with 20. Chris Paul, we took the under 14.5, and he just barely makes it over, ending with 15. Then we had Westbrook again, but this time we had his over 33.5 points and rebounds. He has a low scoring game. I believe he only finished with like 14 or 16 points, and only ends up with 22. So, like I said, pretty much a wash day. We had a 2-4 day, and then a 4-2 slip. So we definitely look to bounce back here tonight. So let's go ahead and hop into my top 4 picks. Now, for my first pick, I'm going to be going to the first game, the Knicks against the Cavs, and I'm going to be going to the points and rebounds category. And I'm going to be taking Julius Randle over 29.5 points and rebounds. Now, I know he's been struggling this series, as he's gone under this line in 3 out of the 4 games, only averaging 21.8 points and rebounds in the first 4 games. The only game he was able to go over was game two, where he barely made it over at 30. Game one, he ended up right on the hook. And then the two games, game three and game four in New York, he struggled massively in both of those games. Game three, he only had 19 points and rebounds, and game four was horrible. He only ends up with 9. This was pretty much the game in game four where he got benched throughout much of the second half. Now, I do expect him to have a bounce back game here tonight in game five. Number one, because the Knicks are going to need it, but mainly number two, because after getting benched, I think he's going to come in and be aggressive, be extra focused, and put on numbers that he averaged throughout the whole season. I mean, for the season, he did average 35 points and rebounds, and I expect him to put up numbers close to that average. As he was an all-star, I think he can get it going here today. They're gonna need him. The Knicks, I know they have Brunson, who has been playing amazing in this series, but they're gonna need somebody else to step up here with the Cavs at home. You know they're going to bring it here tonight, being at home. And Julius Randle should be that guy to kind of offset some things if the Knicks expect to win tonight. So I'm going to be taking Julius Randle over 29.5 points and rebounds for my first pick. Now, for my second pick, I'm going to be going to the next game, which is going to be the Lakers against the Grizzlies. And I'm going to be going to the points prop. And I'm going to go to the Grizzlies side of things, and I'm going to be taking the under on Desmond Bane, 24.5 points. Now, game four, he had an amazing game. He ended up with 36 points. But the previous 3 games of the series, as you guys could see, he did go under. As he, in games 1 and 2, he only scores 22 and 17. And in game 3, he only scores 18 and is averaging close to this line, but below it at 23.3 points per game, mainly due to that 36-point game 4 that he had. Now, for the season, the Lakers allowed the 9th least points per game to opposing shooting guards. So all in all, I think Desmond obviously gets his, as he's capable of doing, but I don't think he gets to the 25-point mark. I expect him to end anywhere between 18 and 22 points. So I'm going to be taking his under 24.5 points. I think this game is going to be a Ja and Jaren Jackson game. Ja has definitely been killing it in the series, the 3 games he did play, except game 4 where he had a rough game. I think he only ended up scoring 19 points, if I'm not mistaken. So I think Ja is going to come in extra aggressive and put on a show, definitely in game 5, to not get eliminated in Memphis. And I think that's going to lead to Desmond Bane not getting as many shot opportunities. And the reason why I'm going to take is under 24.5 points for my second pick. Now, for my third pick, we're going to move on to the next game, which is going to be the Bucks against the Heat. And I'm going to be going to the rebounds and assists category. I'm going to be running this playback from the sweep we had a couple nights ago on Monday night on our Twitter account. And I'm going to be running back Giannis rebounds and assists. On Wednesday, it was at 16.5. Today, for tonight's game, they have it at 17.5, but I still feel comfortable in that. So I'm going to be running it back and taking his over 17.5 rebounds and assists. Now, he has only played really 2 full games during this whole season, regular season and postseason, against the Heat. Game 1 of this series, he did play, but it was only 11 minutes, and he ended up injuring his back. In that game 1, he only ended up with 3 rebounds and assists. But in game 4, a couple nights ago, he did come back and played his first full game of the series and pretty much crushes this number, as he ended up with a triple-double, getting 23 rebounds and assists. Now, during the regular season, It was kind of the same scenario as in one game. He only played 6 minutes and he ended up getting injured. That's the reason why he only played 6 minutes. But he did end up with 8 rebounds and assists in 8 minutes of play, or 6 minutes of play, excuse me. But in the second game that he did play against the Heat this season, he played the full game and he ended up crushing this line as well with 26 rebounds and assists. Now, also, during the 2021 playoff series, these two teams did meet in the first round as well, with the Bucks sweeping the Heat. And in that series, Giannis averaged 22.8 rebounds and assists. So definitely expect that trend to continue, as the Heat really don't have the size to match up with Giannis. Also, Giannis is the Bucks leading rebounder. As we know, Brook Lopez has been more of a stretch five for the Bucks and really doesn't have a lot of big rebounding games. And Giannis is the one that holds it down as far as in rebounding. So I definitely expect him to continue to trend, and I'm going to be taking him over 17 and a half rebounds and assists. And for my fourth and last pick, we're going to go to the night game. More than likely the best game of the night. We have the Kings against the Warriors, and I'm going to be going to the points category, and I'm going to be taking Andrew Wiggins over 17 and a half points. Now, as you guys can see, in the first 4 games of this series, he has hit the over in 3 out of those 4 games. The one that he did miss, he ended up right on the hook with 17 and is averaging 19.3 points per game this series. Now, during the regular season, Wiggins played in 3 out of the 4 meetings versus these two teams. Again, during the regular season, and he went over in all of those 3 games, averaging well above this line at 25 points per game in those 3 games. Now, also for the season, the Kings allowed the second most points per game to opposing small forwards. So I think this should be a good matchup for Wiggins. As we know, it is going to be a high score game. There's going to be a lot of shot opportunities, a lot of scoring opportunities. And Wiggins has been able to take advantage of that here in this series. As you guys can see, the only one that he did miss, like I mentioned, was right on the hook with 17. So I definitely expect him to at least get 18 for us here tonight. And I'm going to be rocking with him over 17 and a half points for my fourth and last pick. So that's going to be it for my top 4 picks, y'all. Just to recap, we're going to be taking the over on Julius Randle's points and rebounds, the under on Desmond Bane's points, the over on Giannis rebounds and assists, and the over on Andrew Wiggins points. Now, as always, if you guys agree with any of my plays, please do your own research. Just don't take my word for it. And here at No Limit Bets, we like to go with the low risk, high reward. So I'm going to be placing a $7 entry for the possibility of winning $70. And that's going to be it for today's video, y'all. Be on the lookout for our Twitter, or be on the lookout in our Twitter for a slip that we will be submitting throughout the day. The link to my Twitter is down below in the description. But other than that, you guys have a good rest of your day. Enjoy the games tonight, and we'll be back here tomorrow.